Greetings everyone, welcome back to more Sonic Mania. In the last episode, we end up finishing off Lava Reef Act 2 and Metallic Madness Act 1 and 2, and now we are in the final stage of the game, Titanic Monarch. And this is when the game starts to ramp up its difficulty, so if you are not good at the Sonic platforming of Classic, you're gonna have a really difficult time with this stage. Like, I'm not gonna go ahead and just say, oh, this stage is easy for anybody. No. This stage could be a little bit of a pain to traverse through. There are a lot of traps that you have to avoid. There are a lot of gimmicks and a lot of crushing segments too, which can be relatively annoying. People back when this game first came out, people kind of like complained about like the hit detection for certain platforms, and yeah, I could believe that. Like, it really did showcase that the certain things in the game could have been implemented a bit better. But you know what? At the end of the day, the level is fine as is. There like a little bit of hiccups here and there, but other than that, it's pretty okay. I like the music to Titanic Monarch because I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of doesn't really sound anything like a Sonic type of music. It kind of sounds something out of another Genesis game, I want to say. Like, it sounds like something out of like you probably hear in Gunstar Heroes. Hell, to be honest, it also more so sounds like something out of Kirby. Like, I thought it, when I first got to this stage, I was like, this sounds like Kirby. Act 2 specifically will sound a little bit more like Kirby, in all honesty. I mean, it probably won't to some people, and that's fine, because, you know, music is subjective, so whatevers. But I think it sounds like Kirby. I just ran into that guy. It's like, give me a hug, you bastard. Man. I love how Turtles comes out of them. Kind of really makes you wonder if Eggman even realized that what he's doing anymore. Speaking of which, Eggman, I don't even understand it. I know he's Robotnik in this game, but to be fair, who cares? It's just a name. That's like saying Ifrit and Ifrit are two different names. You want to know the one? You want to know the only complaint? Don't call Bahamut Bahamut, or else I would hate you. Not hit you. Hate you. I almost said. There's that. There it is. There's the crushing segment I was talking about. But yeah, I will. Don't call Bahamut Bahamut. Like, I don't like that name. I don't like that pronunciation for Bahamut. It's just so stupid. It's one of the most stupidest, when I heard it in Final Fantasy 12, I was like, Bahamut? Sounds wrong. Are you guys saying it right? Nah, it's called Bahamut. I mean, I want to say some other Final Fantasy games calls him Bahamut as well, and it's like, no, it's Bahamut. Bahamut. What's a Bahamut? Why is he Bahamut? It's like you're literally saying each individual spelling of the word, like Baha and Moot. Like, no, Bahamut. That's like lunar, where it's spelled L-U-N-E-R. No, wait, no, it's L-U-N-A-R, and it's not. But it's pronounced as lunar, which sounds like ER, and English is terrible, and I hate it. Even though, to be fair, Bahamut is not even an English name. Is this a Japanese name, or is this that's like the thing of what they call king dragons? I don't know. All I know is that it originates in no, actually, who knows? No, I think Bahamut might actually be an English name, or no, it might be different language name, because most of the names for certain Final Fantasy creatures are kind of mythological. Like Shenryu is a god dragon from Japanese folklore. So yeah, I think that it might be a saying from another culture. Who knows? Because that's how most monster naming goes for the most part, that they usually end up naming them after some sort of folklore from a different country or background, for that matter. No, actually not. From a different background. And that's kind of one thing I like. Like, it's kind of cool. It more so when the folklore is literally implemented well in a video game. Like Persona, for instance, most of its demons are literally based off of a lot of different I want to say religion. I want to things here and there, and it's like that's really cool. I like when games do that. Like some people will say, "Oh, why they gotta put these mythical monsters?" Like, come on, guys, don't you guys want to like learn the history of these things? And the thing I like about Persona, the Persona games, is that they kind of give you like the backstories of each demon that you end up befriending, and they're literally one from what they're actually based off of if you look them up, and it's really cool. It's like one of the things that I like about the Persona, when the monster descriptions, their details are really funny. I more so find some of them a bit weird for the most part, and it's like, huh, what? It's like, oh, okay. Whatever floats your boat, dude. God damn it, calm down, you stupid, dumb eyeball. This boss sucks. This boss is also from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I could have done away with it. The thing is that it's a gravity type boss, and the problem is that, you know, gravity and Sonic don't correlate well at all. Like, it really doesn't. Like, right now we have heavy gravity, and for some reason, I don't know if you can even control this. I think it's random. The fact that I kept getting up constantly. Hey, free life. I kept getting up constantly is pretty terrible. Oh, cool, I stopped the music. Yes. Anyways, time to go on up. Now, come on. Now, listen to Titanic Monarch's Act 2's theme. Alright, before I actually continue on with the very wonderful music that I guess probably doesn't sound like Kirby to a lot of people. Whatevers. Anyways, this is the final gauntlet for the final act for Sonic Mania. You have 4 sections that you need to go to. There are no bottomless pits. You will just keep resetting the stage for each of these areas that you have to go to. Now, don't worry. If you forget which area you went to when you complete it, you won't have to worry, because the game actually will lock the segment that you went to and completed, so you won't have to worry about it. But you see there, every time you fall into the purple resetting goop, it ends up taking you back to the beginning. And that's kind of one thing I don't really like about this. I mean, this stage is fine. What can happen is that you lose time. But the thing is, though, the one thing you don't have to worry about, if you are, when you get to, wow, wait. Huh, I wonder if I could have just gotten up there with the fan, because it looked like I got propelled up very farther than I was supposed to. But when you get to the boss, the timer resets, so you don't have to worry about the timer literally being the whatever is the remaining of your timer. No, the game's not that dickish. It is, however, dickish with the crushing segments. However, those can. This thing here, this is basically your killer right here. If you are not careful, there's a segment in one of the trials I can kind of say now. Is that if you accidentally kind of sort of clip through it, what ends up happening is Sonic, it will count as a crush, which is stupid, and I don't like it. It's like, I don't like it. I hate it. It's stupid. Anyways, and that's it for this segment. See? They end up closing it out for you, so you don't have to worry so much about it. So, let's continue on forward. But yeah, this song I like for 2 reasons. Mainly, it's to showcase that, man, the stakes are really high in this game. Like, you know what sucks though? If the stakes were so high, Infinite would have been so much better. Like, it's such a shame too, because I had so much high hopes for Infinite. It was like one of the only solace of me getting Sonic Forces. Not because it was just another Sonic game. No, it was more so because I wanted to see what they would do with Infinite. The fact that he had, you know, stupid to say, infinite possibilities, considering he was a new character and a new threat. You guys made Mephiles into a threat, even though, to be perfectly honest, Mephiles could have done a lot of things by himself, but he did do stuff by himself at the end of the game. And, who else was a bigger threat? No, Metal Sonic wasn't really much of a bigger threat in Heroes. He's kind of pathetic in Heroes, to be honest. I'm trying to... Alright, this segment here, be careful for it, because you can get clipped and you can get crushed, so take your time when you're in those segments. Alright, now back to me talking about the major villains. Like, there's a lot of, Sonic villains that Sonic has that are, like, major threats, and I don't know, it felt like Infinite was, like, literally one of the major one-and-done villains who wanted to really get things done. And the sad thing is that with the way how the story was even being written, and also how Infinite's backstory is like stupid, if you don't look at Infinite's backstory at all, you will take him a little bit seriously. But if you look at his backstory and you realize the reason why he's Infinite to begin with, it's dumb. When I saw that cutscene, I was like, you serious? You serious? Don't get me wrong, Liam O'Brien does a fantastic job when he does the voice for Infinite, because that's what also drew me to Infinite, was that, I was like, oh god, Liam O'Brien is playing as Infinite? That's gonna be great, because I love his voice direction in practically almost any media that he's in. Like, he plays Gara, he plays Kane from Dissidia, and it's like, and then he's like, and he's trying. Like, Liam O'Brien is trying. Like, he's really trying. And don't get me wrong, I love the dialogue that Infinite has in the... What was that? Oh, I thought Sonic kind of, like, skyrocketed for a second. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but I thought Sonic kind of imploded. I'm like, oh, God. I didn't know they could do that. Here's another one of these segments that you can get crushed in. Be careful. Okay, you go away. You're pretty annoying. Oh, cool. I thought I was going to lose that immediately as soon as I got it. That would have been depressing. But yeah, it's like, come on. You guys made his song sound so edgy. But you made his backstory sound edgeless. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like I was literally getting a massive edgelord who has a backstory that is so... It's like a kid. Like a kid literally getting angry and being called pathetic. And then he gets angry and it's like, really? This is it? Anyways, once you complete all 4 of the segments, as you can see up there, the timer has stopped. And now it's time to take on Eggman once and for all. Hi, Eggman. Ooh. By the way, this song, pretty good. Alright, so for this segment here, I'm gonna say this now. You ain't gonna hit Eggman on your first try. Like, to be honest, you're really not. I mean, you can hit him on your first try. What you could do is you could essentially not do that. You can wait for him to drop the electricity, but I'm gonna say this now. That's gonna take way too long. And I have, like, no time for this right now. I kind of want this done and over with now. So, Eggman is using the Phantom Ruby to its fullest power, for the most part. And, yeah. We're also about to be introduced to the Horrible Heavies again. But this time, they're not Horrible Heavies. They're called the Phantom Heavies. Because they are now... Essentially what happens is that the Phantom Ruby ends up basically doing something that shifts, like, gives you, like, something of imaginary reality and whatnot. So what ends up happening is that these Horrible Heavies want to become so powerful. This is Phantom Heavy, the one that we saw in Studiopolis. He has massive rocket launchers now. He doesn't have a bazooka. He upgraded. So yeah, I like that, because at first I thought the hardball heavies were just normal, and I was like, oh, they're just normal heavies now. But no, they have different names now. They're literally called Phantom Heavies at this point, mainly because of the situation that's happening with them. And it's like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, this boss fight is pathetic once you've actually taken out one of the tentacles. Finally, it's time to meet Hardball Heavy from. Wait a minute. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Damn, I'm sucking at this game. I'm sucking at these parts right now. Which, you know, yeah. It's like, yeah. I could have made it even more easier if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Cause that'd be cheating. Or will it be smart? No, it'll be cheating. You can't hit Eggman at this point because he's in a shield. In a massive bubble, too. He's learning, guys. Ugh. Anyways. So, yeah, now that they're Phantom Heavies, they're a lot more annoying now. But they're also a lot more unique now. So, that's all that really matters. Eggman, can you please move out the way? No, you did not move out the way. Great. Luckily enough, I think he, lets you, yeah, he always lets you go through. Huh. I see a bow for this heavy. Is this one female too? Probably. That's the only segment you can get rings, by the way. You can't get rings anywhere else, however. So I'm gonna actually wait. There we go. Because I don't want to, like, keep bum rushing like in Sonic CD. After a while, it gets kind of friggin' annoying, you know? Unless, you know, I get hit, then I don't care anymore. And besides, I might as well showcase what all the heavies can do. Time for heavy number. Funny enough, you're actually going in order. You're going in the order of how you face them, which I find pretty cool. Anyways, if you go over here, you don't have to actually hit the heavies. The segment will end once they done their ridiculous attack. So yeah. But you guys have noticed something. No, 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 no! Damn it. Eggman, what are you doing? Nothing. Okay, good. Alright. But yeah, you guys notice something? That's one of the heavies is missing. It's the King Heavy. We haven't met him like at all. We saw him in the pictures in Mirage Saloon, but that didn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, to be fair. Oh, wow. Are you gonna do the hand thing, or are you just not thinking straight, are you? You know what? That's fine. Anyways, goodbye, Eggman. And that's it. We have defeated Eggman. Sadly, I couldn't showcase the other two heavies. Oh well. But where's the King Heavy? Ah, it seems the King Heavy wants the Phantom Ruby for himself. And he seems to have betrayed Eggman. Eggman ain't having any of that. He's like, give me that Phantom Ruby. And then for some reason, Eggman kind of just disappears. But Sonic ain't having any of that. Get all the Chaos Emeralds, and now you're at the final boss of the game. This is the Phantom King. And I'm gonna say this now: do not dash, because if you dash, you will lose rings. Rings are kind of like flying all over the place, and you can take damage, which will essentially end up saying that this is another boss that Super Sonic can take damage at. You know, at this point, I'm literally convinced that Super Sonic is like getting really, really weak. But I also like this because it showcases that the Phantom Ruby is very powerful, that it can harm Super Sonic. But this music, just listen to this music, guys. I'm just gonna shut up as I pathetically try to get this damn boss. Let me hit you. Awesome. Just awesome. Sadly, you have to go through this cutscene again. Man, I'm not looking forward to next year if I keep sucking at these type of games. Also, you notice that the timer seems to go and be bug nuts. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I guess because, you know, I guess the Phantom Ruby also has the capabilities of transcending time and space. But whatever, let's go ahead and take out this Phantom King, shall we? Alright, so strategy time. The king is like the only person that's gonna get in your way, because he's the only one that can actually drain your rings. Eggman, however, cannot. Eggman is actually using a big arm model, because I guess he ran out of. You know, you know what I like to think of? I like to think because Eggman no longer has any more machines that's like his last resort now, which makes sense. But god damn it, I'm sick of this crap. But both the Heavy King and also Eggman are both fighting for the Phantom Ruby, and Sonic is like, yeah, I need to stop you both because you guys are fighting over something that I have no idea what it's even about. Also, another thing. Tails and Knuckles can do this fight too, except you have... Does Eggman do anything aside from doing that constantly? Because that doesn't really do any damage to it. All it does is just annoy me. The Phantom King seems to be like the only person who knows how to actually hit Supersonic. Eggman is like, which, you know, makes sense, I guess, because the big arm is like the only boss that can actually harm Supersonic. Dude, he can like friggin' suplex him and then you lose rings, and it's like, wow, that's pathetic. After a while, the Phantom King starts to, you know, you can always just use invincibility for him to just clip right through him now, which is what I always do. This boss fight is a bit difficult, mainly because, you know, the ring count is like, you know, you got rings all over the place, yeah, but, you know, trying to actually hit him is a bit on the annoying side. And I'm trying to hit him, and he just keeps protruding shields. No! Got him. My eyes is hurting, by the way. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna murder you. I think he has one more hit. I think we're almost done. No, we're still not almost done. Damn it. Well, let's just keep accumulating back our rings then. They won't switch. They will, this boss fight is also set too, so don't think what you've seen now is it is what you're gonna get. And sadly, I missed my chance of actually hitting him, so, oh, I got him. Goodbye, Heavy King, and goodbye, Eggman, and that is the end of Sonic Mania, ladies and gents. The next time we join Sonic, and, well, just classic Sonic, will be in Sonic Forces. Until then, that is it. That is Sonic Mania. One of the games that was anticipatingly waited for a lot of people, and it's literally, it can say a lot that it has its very good moments. Like, it has its nostalgia moments, it has its level design moments, it has its homages here and there. It's literally a glorified package of a classic nostalgia that you ever wanted in a bag of goodiness. Now you're kind of wondering what's next. Alright, so when people first got to the ending of Sonic Mania, people realized that the trailer for Infinite was the sound effects for his cubes were the same sound effect for the Phantom Ruby. I started to find that out myself when I got to this too. When I saw a comment that says that the sound effect sounds just like the Phantom Ruby, sounds just like the cubes that Infinite does in his trailer. So I looked up the trailer and I saw it like, wait a minute. What? Like, oh, Sonic Mania connected the forces. Like, oh, that. No, to be fair, okay, this was my reaction at first. I did find it cool. I found it amazing that it was connected to forces. I was like, oh, that's really, because remember, this was before the game came out. So this was before, you know, I thought that the possibilities of what was going to happen was going to be great. Like classic and modern were gonna go super and defeat Infinite and whatever. I had high hopes for Forces, guys. I really did, to the point that all the negative criticism that people lashed out on the game with the trailer and whatnot, I was still hopeful. I was like hoping that the game would have been fantastic. And then when we got, it's a fine game, but it's not one of my favorite 3D Sonic games. In terms of the level design and the terms of how the game is told and story-wise, it's not good enough to me. It's not like, I wanted more. I really did. And the game is just, here's the thing, the game is 30 stages long. That's it. And when you guys see how Classic shows up, it's gonna feel like that's it. This is how he shows up. You guys made it such a big deal when you guys showed the trailer, because we saw Classic Sonic, we're like, oh my gosh, why is Classic Sonic here? And when you guys see Sonic Forces, you guys are gonna be like, what did he do? I just really hope, I want this franchise to be good. I want it to be back on its ways of what it used to be, because Sonic Adventure was fine. Sonic Adventure 2 was fine. Sonic Heroes had issues, but it was still fine. All these modern games were fine. It's just that they keep constantly changing the formula to a point that it's like you guys are accommodating for so many people, and you guys need to try to focus on the development of the excitement of why you guys wanted this blue blur to be popular to begin with. He's supposed to be a rival to friggin' Sonic. He's supposed to be a rival to Mario for a reason, and the way how you guys are showcasing it is just not good enough. Like, every single time I see a new Sonic game, I'm always like so hopeful to wonder what it's gonna be like. I don't follow Sonic as much as I used to anymore as a kid, because I kind of like dumbed down a bit on the franchise, but every single time like a new Sonic game is announced, like it gets people talking. Sometimes it's negative talking here, and sometimes it's positive talking here, but it's one of the major series that people love to death. It's the thing that got people into drawing. Why can't you guys see the passion that people get from when they're drawing their OC characters and their characters? And now, hell, you got people now doing all this stuff. Like, when this was made by people who like literally love the classic game so much that they wanted to create a game that was for said fans of the classics. And they did it. They did this. Why can't you guys make a game that's for the modern fans? Because there are a lot more people that got into Sonic for the modern style, and because they started with the modern first. Me, I started with the classic because, well, you can tell, because the 92 kid. But it's like, I just want this game to go, I want this series to go back. If I wanted what I would have done with this, with Sonic, with modern Sonic at this point, they have to go in a way where the focus is not shifted so far apart and things are not left in plot holes. They have to have, like, the level design be concise and be, you know, have, like, it doesn't like need like multiple pathways, because in all fairness, the thing that made Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 interesting was the fact of how you can get to those kind of pathways. And, you know, if you want to, like, give us, like, some sort of way of diverting from the path, not, like, a pathway that's going to, like, give us, like, an alternative exit or whatever. No. Give us a reason to explore these stages. Sonic Forces does not give you that. It does not give you the ability to explore these stages. Now, you can kind of say that that's not the point of what, like Sonic is not supposed to be like an exploratory game. You know, at this point, it might as well just go back to what the adventure formula was, because the level design for Sonic Forces is by far bland. It's just bland. Like, classic stages, modern stages, they're okay, but they go too quickly. And the Avatar stages, which, in all honesty, people would literally agree that that's probably by far the best part. But I've been ranting on for like ever, so I'm just gonna stop. Until next time, guys. When we meet in the Sonic series, we'll be playing Sonic Forces. I've been CCX, and I'm finally glad to have ended this game. And I'll be seeing you guys next time for the new year, where things will be changing a whole lot. I will have an updated 2017 video. So, till next time, see you guys next time. Laters. That was redundant. Whatever. Enjoy the opening again.